Coach Annese, you're coming off of a victory against Saginaw Valley. Of course, they've played you guys extremely close the last few years. How'd you think the game this year went?
You know, I thought both teams played better than they've played the last couple of years, actually. There was not a bunch of turnovers in the game, in fact, 0. And, I thought both teams played really hard. I thought it was a spirited game, and I thought Saginaw Valley took, some steps forward, from what they had the previous 3 weeks, and I think we took some steps forward as well.
Grand Valley's on tap for this weekend down in Allendale. Of course, you guys are extremely familiar with them, playing them in the regular season and the postseason each the past couple years.
Yeah, we've obviously played them a lot, right? 4 times in the last 2 years. And so twice in the regular, 2 regular season games, 2 playoff games. We won the GLIAC championship for 3 straight years. They won it last year. And so, it's a big issue for us. We both are kind of like, man, Ferris won the national championship. That's how they feel. And we're like, man, Grand Valley won the GLIAC championship. So obviously a national championship is more significant, but it's still, their accomplishment to win the GLIAC championship was big last year. And so it's going to be a huge battle for both teams on Saturday.
And Coach, this time around, last year you guys played them at home, and in the playoffs you played them on the road and pulled off the victory. And just talk about playing them on the road. Do you guys feel that last year was that feel a little bit more comfortable playing away? And do you feel that this time around?
I mean, we love going there. We've played very well there. My first victory against them in 2012 was there. We've beaten them 6 out of 7 there, 5 out of 7 here. So obviously 1 more there than here. And so we feel good about going on the road and playing there. It's a spirited crowd, exciting atmosphere. And so, yeah, it's something that we feel comfortable with.
And can you just talk a little bit more about, obviously you know them very well, Grand Valley State, and I'm sure you've watched them. Just to give us your impression, they've done what they were supposed to do, and they even had a 45-point win against the very opponent you just played this last week.
Yeah, they're very, very good. Obviously, their quarterback's been there forever, and he's a really good player. Their Mike linebacker's been there a long time, a really good player. A coaching staff that, minus their head coach, Coach Mitchell, that's been proven winners year after year. Their offensive coordinator's been there for quite a few years. Their defensive coordinator's been there way too long for my liking, because he's a really good defensive coordinator. And so it's very challenging. Personnel-wise, obviously a lot of talent, but what people don't realize is assessing how hard they play. They play really hard, play with unbelievable passion, energy, effort, and so that's what makes them really good.
And so can you kind of speak to the fact that last year, they got the best of you at home in GLIAC play, and now you get to go there? Is it kind of like a revenge game for you guys at all? I know you guys beat them in the playoffs, but kind of GLIAC way?
No, there's no revenge in this world. It's like we've done well against them, but every year at this time of year, I almost feel like we've never beaten them. I mean, that's kind of how you feel every year. It's a new year, both teams having the same aspirations we always have, to win that game. Nobody cares about the acre bone. They care about a GLIAC championship and a chance to be, a top seed in the playoffs. And so that's what we're playing for, and our guys know it, and their guys know it as well.
How pleased were you with the team on Saturday? They kind of got themselves in a little trouble, 14-14, but then the touchdown before half kind of sparked the whole rest of the game.
Yeah, we need to play with more energy and effort than what we played on Saturday. I thought, we managed the game pretty well, but our energy, has to be better. The regular season game last year, we should have won that game. We were ahead 21-10, and we lost our energy in the fourth quarter, and they stole it from us. Down there in the playoffs, they probably should have won that game. They probably outplayed us for, 3 quarters like we did here against them. and we were fortunate enough to outplay them in the fourth quarter, and we stole one. So the last two games, it was almost like, the team that probably should have won didn't, and so, but we know we need to bring great energy and effort to this game to be able to win.
And with you saying just that right there, is there like a little bit more of a stress that, hey, 4 quarters, what we did in 1, 2, 3, we have to do that in the fourth quarter, because it seems like those last 2 games, fourth quarter has been a little bit different.
Yeah, we can't let down. You can't let down, let alone for a quarter, but for even a play against these guys. I mean, they've got that level of talent, that level of coaching, basically preparation, and that level of desire. And so it's something that we just can't let down. We got to play really hard and execute our plan, and they're going to make us look bad. I've told my guys already, they're going to make us look bad. You just got to be resilient. Take the bad and don't make the second play bad, and because they're aggressive and they do a lot of good things.
How has having 3 quarterbacks play at a high level helped your team so far this year?
It's really a credit to Coach Rock and the offensive staff, and to those 3 guys that, 3 different guys who've won GLIAC Offensive Player of the Week that are Ferris State quarterbacks. So it's a thing that as a head coach, I need to just kind of determine who's got the hot hand or whose skill set fits the game a little bit better in that situation. And so it's been incredible. It's obviously, brings some people, some challenges as far as, who's behind center and what capabilities that person has.
Yep. And then my follow-up for that was, do you expect all 3 to play on Saturday as well?
Absolutely. We go into every game expecting all 3 of those guys to share reps. And we that's part of our game plan. You watch us practice. That's part of what we do out here.
Coach, thanks for your time and good luck this weekend.
Thanks, guys.